I'm 15 and I'm interviewing 100 CEOs all around the world. Today, we are with the Managing Director of Tipstown, also the Global Startup Center, Mr.
Duer Youngil Ah.
Duer Youngil
Yeah, you
Ah.
can call me Duer. Stop
Okay.
thinking, start doing. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for sharing
Sure.
your time today. We will have a short walk showing the Tipstown to you all, and then we will start the interview at the same time. So okay.
Yeah, let's go.
First of all, so what actually is a Tipstown and what do you do here as a managing director?
Tipstown, and TIPS stands for Tech Incubator Program for Startups in South Korea.
Yeah.
It is a government program to support technology startups from the government.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we are basically giving like an R&D grant, research and development grant for the startups. And yeah, so Tipstown is a incubating system and hardware and providing software as well to support those technology startup founders who are selected in TIPS program. So we've been running for the past 10 years for these like 6 buildings on the startup street.
Oh yeah.
And one of them is Global Startup Center, which is located in the first building of the Global Startup Center.
Oh, so
Yeah.
basically the government, they are
Yeah.
running this project.
Sure.
That's
And then I am the one who's in charge of running
Oh.
in helping those startup founders for scaling up and go to global and go to market strategies
Oh, yeah.
in training them, in educating them, and giving them more like exuberance and consistent founders spirit of the grid.
Wow. That's
I'm the like a coach.
a coach.
Yeah.
Coach of the startups in
Sure,
Korea,
yeah, I
and
am.
also the global startup companies. That's amazing. I think it's very unique because other nations and countries, they do not have this kind of program. The government runs startup supporting system, and I think that's why Korean startup ecosystem is very unique.
Sure.
Yeah. And secondly, so was there any other like representative examples of the startups that made successful by the TIPS program?
Oh, for the past 12 years, TIPS program has started 12 years ago, 2013, and Tipstown established in 2015. So for the TIPS program, we have accumulated roughly around 380 startups. 3,800 startups.
3,000, wow.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
out of them, roughly around 30 went public.
Oh.
And 91 companies exited through M&A,
Wow.
merger and acquisition.
Yeah.
So those IPO companies, and they are successful stories for us as well.
Yeah.
And maybe if you're interested in investing yourself, if
Yeah.
you're not a student, to the COSDAP or COSP market, and there are some companies called Lunit, which is bio and healthcare technology, AI based, and scanning some of the like orthomological kind of these scanning data, and giving some insights to the doctors and nurses as well. And then we have like also a very similar industry related player called Vuno. And other than that, we have like a Korea Credit Data, which is a unicorn company because they reached their valuation of the $1 billion last year. After raising some money from the JP Morgan Chase.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of these like a beautiful startups in our portfolio.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the nation supporting the startups, and they are helping the nation to grow. So
Sure.
it's actually accelerating the growth of a nation, and that's very great to hear. And also, secondly, I think this Global Startup Center has launched recently compared to the original Tipstown. So,
Yes, right.
What kind of opportunities is this Global Startup Center giving to the people outside of Korea, and how is it helping the founders?
Such a good question. So for the TIPS program, since we have supported some companies who are just registered in South Korea. Most of our startup founders, their nationalities are South Korean founders. So we were questioning to ourselves, is our program sustainable or not? And our answer was not sustainable because of the population declining, population crisis. Most of those like startup founders from the TIPS program, they are born in 1970s and early 1980s.
Wow.
And during those years, we have roughly around 700,000 or 800,000 new births. But when it comes to these days, we are having roughly around 250,000 or less than that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this program is basically not sustainable because of the population crisis.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
true.
that is why we needed to be more inclusive for startup founders from the outside. Yeah.
That's true.
for the like immigrants and like foreign workers in South Korea,
Yeah.
our like biased preconception about these workers are doing some chores in the restaurants.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, and that has been our long preconception about those
yeah.
like external, outside in the
Yeah, yeah.
international, people. But the concept has to be totally different, radically changed. It has to be. It's supposed to be. So that is why we are specifically targeting some very intellectual and smart and hardworking startup founders from the international society. And inviting them, and when they start their businesses in South Korea, register their companies and paying taxes here, and hiring top-notch talents from the South Korean field. And we believe maybe this could be some other way we can contribute to our GDP growth and social value growth as well. Yeah, and our society needs more diversity.
Oh, so basically this program itself is making Korea global.
Sure, it
That's
is.
amazing.
Yeah. So going global means two sides of the ways. So our startup founders, South Korean startup founders, they can go global.
Oh, yeah, true.
And otherwise, we can globalize ourselves internally, from internal to the outside.
Yeah, that's
And that is why we are hosting these with these super inclusive programs, inviting international startup founders.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really want to join this program when I grow up and as
You,
a startup
no,
CEO.
You are already one of those members.
Really?
Because
That's
you're
really-
talking with me and visiting
True,
here,
yeah.
and representing yourself as one of those full power of the startup founders element. You're one of our community.
Thank you.
We are inclusive not only to different nationalities, but also to different age groups.
Oh, really?
Sure.
So as a student, I can join tips
Why
and
not?
learn a lot.
Why not?
Yeah, true.
And you can establish your company, right?
Oh, right now?
No, you can't.
Yeah, true.
You don't know?
Oh, really?
You cannot purchase a lottery.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's true.
Not
That's
able
a very
to.
sad thing. But
Can
I
you
will.
open your bank account?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh,
Yeah.
oh then,
However, I
baby.
will one day. Yeah, I will. One
Sure.
Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
One day, when you meet those like regulatory limitations, why not?
Yeah, that's true. Like, there's a lot of aspiring CEOs.
Yes.
Such as like high schoolers, and there's a lot of people.
Yes.
Even in Korea, but also outside of Korea, I think those high schoolers can also get really motivated when they come to this place.
Sure.
Because I'm literally seeing
Please visit here.
a lot of CEOs here. So long story short, you really should visit this place and learn more about the Startup Center. And yeah, thank you. So now I want to know more about how you figure out and find such promising startups, and what kind of value do you prioritize in order to select these startup companies?
Wow, that's such a nice question, because that is the question exactly what the government is struggling to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because finding and discovering highly qualified startups
yeah.
in any place in the world, and that is very deep. Yeah, it's such a hard work.
Oh.
It takes a lot of toll at finding nice and good and crazy founders. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so basically, we need to find good and crazy founders, and the way to finding good and crazy founders, and that is almost impossible from the bureaucrats.
Oh yeah, true.
Government officers, because
Yeah, we can do it.
maybe those officers were good at taking examinations.
Yeah.
At the field, at the desk, and so they went that hierarchically. They went to the top-notch positions, but they are standing and sitting far from the innovation field.
Yeah, that's true.
And that is why maybe roughly around 12 years ago, South Korean government, one officer acknowledged himself. I don't know about the innovation.
Oh.
Yeah, one officer.
Yeah.
He was very wise enough to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
I was good at taking examination, but I am not good at resolving and understanding full dozens of those details of those innovation things. So he knocked on the doors of the Israeli startup program and Chinese startup program all over the world. And he just scrambled around the world, and he came into the conclusion, maybe we need to adapt some kind of a successful policy story, which happened in Israel. So he decided to imported the policy program to South Korea. So this is basically a PPP model.
Oh, what is a PPP model?
public-private partnership.
Oh.
You know, 구호선 line
yeah,
number
yeah.
line number 9 or 신분당선.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, line number maybe. Yeah, there's no number.
Yeah.
And those like infrastructures are being built with PPP.
Oh.
Public-private partnership, because public side we didn't have enough money to build that infrastructure.
Oh, yeah.
So the government was seeking for the partner who can spend some money for the capex, capital expenditure at the
Yeah.
initial stage. So some of the like private partners say, okay, we are initially investing this amount of money, and we are looking forward to returning back after some 10 years of the operation when we are generating profits.
Yeah.
Let's share that with the government and the privates. And that is one of those like PPP models. When we are building airports, when we are building like harbors and governments, many of the governments are using this PPP model.
Oh.
And for the startup scene ecosystem, nobody has came to this idea. Let's adapt to this
amazing.
PPP idea. So TIPS program is working with the PPP because a government officer realized, I don't know about the innovation. Let's delegate some of those like responsibilities and roles in discovering super early stage startup founders to the private investors.
Oh.
So we are giving some licenses to private investors, and they are running their organization with a full like a free market capitalism, logics.
Yeah.
And those private investors, when settling their nestles around like a Seoul National University, KAIST or PostTech, and they are just settling themselves around there, and they are seeking for some of the top-notch talents. Pre-start founders, and then they pursue them, and then they do the like a seed investment, angel investment, and then when that private investor is licensed with a TIPS program, and they can recommend that startup to the TIPS, and then we decide whether or not to give them R&D grant, research and development grant. So for the initial discoveries and for initial fundings, it's totally responsible and accountable to those private investors. And when a certain investor, that private investor is licensed with the TIPS program, that investor can recommend the startup to the government, and then we select after reviewing their business plans, research and development plan, and capabilities, and their like past records. And then we decide. So for when a certain startup is selected TIPS program, we are giving them roughly around $500,000 for 2 years of R&D. And it is a grant without dilution.
Wait, is it grant?
Government is not asking for any kind of like stocks,
really?
shares. We don't ask for that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Even though like those licensed investors, they're private players. And they ask for shares, roughly around like 7% of the shares at their very initial stage of the investing. But for the government, even though we are giving $500,000 for 2 years of R&D, we are asking for nothing. No, asking for something actually. You have to grow.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Prove yourself, and prove yourself, and make us proud. Because we have supported with this taxpayers' money, we are supporting you with this a lot. You have to prove yourself with your sincerity, grit, and entrepreneurship. And actually, we are looking forward to you generating real revenues and profits and sustainable growth. And you got to be next to Samsung, Hyundai, LG. And that's the messages that we are throwing to those startup founders.
That's actually what,
including you, Jason.
That's what I
You got to
am
be one
doing
of them.
right now. Right now.
Yeah.
And also, I'm very grateful that our country is running this great program and giving opportunities without asking the stock or either other disadvantages, but rather we can just get the power and that just go on and make the innovation possible and realize it so that we can actually contribute to the nation, and that's what a win-win situation is, I guess.
Sure. Whenever you meet foreign friends, international friends, please tell them, hey, please come to Korea, join with us. And Global Startup Center. And Global Startup Center is the place where we support whole kind of these like administrative things or visa consultings, or when you're actually at the very early stage when we are like ramping up some ideas and juggling and colliding with the questions of how to start the businesses. And we are supporting you with those mentorings or coaches in Global Startup Center.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as a foreign startup founder, we have nothing. We are just in the middle of the sand, desert, the Sahara. we have nowhere to go. But here's the polar. Yeah.
So I think TIPS program, it's not only about solving the problem of the startup ecosystem, but rather it's about solving the general problem of Korea. So basically, it is the fountain of solving problems of Korea.
Sure. Yeah, that's right.
amazing.
Yeah. South Korean government is now suffering from the fiscal trilemma.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are super aged society, we need more money. But because we are a population crisis, income tax is very desperate. Yeah, the prospect of the income tax and corporate tax as well. Are our conglomerates really innovating their ways looking forward? We are questioning. And that is why we need to issue more national bonds. And our value of the national bonds, it is also questionable because we are still struggling between North Korea's nuclear weapon problems and China and United States. They are having a trading war, and we have nowhere to go. And the only very very surefire way that we can resolve this problem is we need to innovate from within ourselves, and cultivating this innovation ecosystem. We are betting on the future.
Yeah, that is startups, and that's why startups are very important these days, I think.
Sure.
And I think Korea, they have the right direction because they are putting the right force to the right people, just like you here.
Yeah,
And
thank
I think that's
you for
amazing.
saying that. Yeah.
So
You're actually encouraging our staff members.
thank you.
Yeah.
So I want to just ask you the last question of this interview. I think it can be a very abstract question, but what do you really think entrepreneurship is?
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah, what do you think it is?
That's like a deep question.
That kind of is, but what do you think it is?
When one individual truly acknowledges, recognizes, and see deep within oneself, one just realize, I'm a free man.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I can do everything. My only limitation is my imagination.
Oh,
One can realize it naturally.
that's a famous quote, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I just came upon there.
Yeah.
When we are stuck in the bureaucratic world, academic careers, capitalism, when we are stuck in the like already built-in games, our imagination is limited. But if we are not, we realize ourselves as a true Homo sapiens. We have no limits.
We have no limits.
Entrepreneurship, the first step is realizing that.
Oh my
And
God.
then, right after that, just execution, taking actions.
Taking actions.
When we just realize it, and when we just keep talking verbally over and over, we are like religious leaders. But we are not religious leaders.
You gotta take action.
Yeah, we gotta take action and make something, product or service, and giving some satisfactions to the customers, and penetrating markets, and reaping off the market. Sure, that's what we do. That's the entrepreneurship. Why not challenging? Sky's the limit.
Oh my God! Thank you. Actually, that is one of the most interesting answers I've ever gotten, because I'm asking this question to every CEO I'm meeting. And they often talk about the definition, you can find in some books, but this answer was very philosophical and actually practical at the same time, I think. So I think that moment of realizing that I can do everything, I have no limit. I think that moment, I think it's very hard to find in this education system, especially in Korea. But when the students have interest in this global startup, and also when they try to actually take actions in this startup ecosystem, even the students, I think that's the moment when they can truly discover the entrepreneurship that is within their mind, and I think it's a very great turning point that can exist.
Of
in
course,
your life.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we are Homo sapiens.
Yeah.
You have to understand that you are Homo sapiens.
Right.
About 13.5 billion years ago, matter, energy, time, and space came into being in what is known as the Big Bang.
Yeah.
And the fundamental features of these like four elements, we call them the study of these four fundamental features is about the physics.
Yeah.
And 300,000 years after their appearance, matter, energy, time, and space. And 300,000 years after that,
Yeah.
matter and energy coalesced into a very complex structure called atoms,
Oh yeah.
which then combined into molecules. And the story of the atoms and molecules, we call them chemistry.
Oh, chemistry.
And about 3.5 billion years ago, on a planet called Earth, certain molecules combined to even more intricate structure called organisms.
Oh yeah. Organism.
The story of the organisms afterwards is biology.
Biology. Oh my God. Yeah.
And roughly around 70,000 years ago, certain organisms called Homo sapiens,
Yeah.
they made a even more extraordinarily beautiful structure called cultures.
Cultures. Yeah.
And the story of the culture afterward, we call that history.
History.
And in the course of the history, we faced three different innovations. First, one is which started in 70,000 years ago, which was cognitive revolution.
Oh, cognitive revolution.
And 12,000 years ago,
Yeah.
another revolution happened,
What is
which was agriculture revolution.
Oh yeah.
And 500 years ago, last revolution, it is scientific revolution.
Yeah.
And the scientific revolution is rolling ahead now, which
Right
is
now.
making whole different ways of the path. And the scientific revolution is giving us technology,
Yeah,
AI,
technology.
Web3, blockchain, everything.
Yeah. Everything.
And the decision makers who's shaping the real future
Yeah.
by leveraging this scientific capability is you, Homo sapiens, because it's upon our imagination.
Yeah.
That is one of those entrepreneurial spirit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never really approached to this question, philosophically, and also at the same time in a very scientific manner. So I think entrepreneurship, it's not about just starting a company or just about startup ecosystem. If you are Homo sapien, just like you said, and if you want to take control of your future, I think entrepreneurship is the basic value. Even a student, other people, all of us should possess, and I think it's very important. So, to wrap up, I think this opportunity and moment and this time, it really changed my perspective on looking at what really a startup is once again. And I think this was also another opportunity of learning that what I am currently doing is very valuable.
Yeah.
So I think tips made me realize and also encouraged me of continuing this 100 CEOs project. Thank
Great.
you so much.
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you once again, Jason.
You were Young
Yeah.
An.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Brother.
Okay.